Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How are you today? I hope are you okay. Okay, let me introduce myself. My name is Rindi Cantika. You can call me Indi, and I'm from the Public Health Study Program, Faculty of Medicine and Health Science at the State University of Makassar. In this video, I will explain about the use of infinitive, gerunds, necessary, and suggestion. Okay guys, for the first infinitive. However, you can see a slight difference between the infinitive and the gerund. The infinitive discusses the verb while the gerund discusses the noun. Okay, the infinitive is divided into two. The first is bar infinitive, which a basic verb or verb one, while the second is to infinitive. The first verb which begin with to, so the form is to plus verb one, while the gerund the form is verb plus it. Okay guys, we discuss the infinitive. Okay, the first is the bar infinitive, which was previously a verb one. Even though the subject is in the third person, it is not allowed to use s after the word. Okay, you can use the infinitive after modal. Okay, for example, she will call you, where will is a modal and call is a verb form one. Then the second use after a certain past word, well, certain past verb such as let or make or help plus object plus verb one. Okay guys, it turned out that his material is related to the causative verb. For example, his father made him go. Okay, the second is the use after the word would rather or had better plus verb one. So this material is also related to the material would rather preference. Okay, for example, he would rather stay at home, where would rather plus verb one is stay. Okay, the third one is the use after the verb related to the senses. For example, like using watch, listen, observe, notice plus object plus verb one. Okay, the second to use see, hear, smell plus object plus verb one. For example, I see you run at the park. And the third, you can use see, hear, smell plus object plus verb ing. Both look the same, but the difference is that in verb one it is done while verb ing is not done intentionally. For example, I hear someone screaming. Okay guys, the next to infinitive. The use of to infinitive is usually in the first to state a goals. For example, he studies hard to become clever. Okay, the second, after the adjective. For example, she is happy to receive the gift. Okay, the third, after the question word. For example, he tells me what to do. And are you know the question word that is mean is not in the context for asking. Okay? And the last, after the original number. For example, first, second, third, and etc. Okay guys, the next gerund. In short, a gerund is a form of a word that ends in ing. That is a verb that uses the ending ing is most likely a gerund. Although it is a combination of a verb with the suffix ing, gerund is a form of a noun. Okay, the next type of gerund. In the gerund, the verb turns into a noun. gerund consists of several forms. Number 1. Gerund as the subject of the sentence. Example of a gerund sentence as subject of the sentence. Dancing is my hobby. In Indonesia, menari adalah hobi saya. Number 2, reading is my favorite thing to do. In Indonesia, membaca adalah kegiatan favorit saya. And the third, having a speech in front of the audience really make me anxious. In Indonesia, berpidato di depan penonton sungguh membuatku gelisah. And last, gardening can turn me into an addict. In Indonesia, berkebun dapat membuat kecandu. Okay, the second. Gerund as object of sentence. For example, he enjoys that band's guitar playing. In Indonesia, dia menikmati permainan gitar band itu. Second, Patrick and I love watching anime. In Indonesia, Patrick dan saya menonton anime. And the third, Rindi needs to do the cleaning. In Indonesia, Rindi harus bersih-bersih. And last, I like hang out with friends. In Indonesia, saya suka berkumpul dengan teman-teman saya. Okay guys, the next topic, necessary or obligation. Necessary or obligation, there are several words in English that can be used as expression of obligation or necessary. Some of these modal and pairs are must, have to, and need to. Okay, the first, modal must. Must in a modal verb in English was main function is to express obligation. Must is generally used to express the obligation that comes from the speaker, where formula subject plus must plus verb plus object. For example, I must talk to my mother before I leave. In Indonesia, saya harus berbicara pada ibu saya sebelum saya berangkat. Number 2, modal have to. The modal have to or has to is used to express necessary as well where the origin of the requirement comes from outside the speaker, where the formula subject plus have to or has to plus verb plus object. For example, I have to wear uniform at work. Saya harus mengenakan seragam di tempat kerja. Number 3, modal need to. Need to or needs to can also be used to express a must or something that is important to do, where formula subject plus need to or needs to plus verb plus object. For example, we need to buy grocery. And Indonesia, kita harus membeli bahan makanan. Okay guys, because it has been a long time for material about vacations, it can be seen from the image slide in this video. I will present is in Indonesian language. Okay guys, I think that's all. Thank you very much for nice attention.